So tell us everything about what's going to happen in season.
Okay, well, the story starts out with Act 1 begins. This season, I think is the next chapter. Last season we broke the curse, and everyone remembers who they are, but they have not found themselves back in the Enchanted Forest, so I wonder why is there even an Enchanted Forest to go back to? And, what happens now where they realize what they are and what they've lost.
How will finding Henry's father, because he said in the panel group that we're going to find out who Henry's father is, how will that affect Emma, but also how will it affect Regina?
Well, that's an excellent question, and it's a complicated relationship because one of my favorite moments, like in the finale, is when Regina says to Henry, no matter what anyone tells you, I really love you. So there's a really complicated relationship we want to explore about these parents who both do love this kid, and what happens when someone else comes into it, and how that can affect them. And, that's a really interesting area for us.
And we remember last year she told Henry her father died in an accident and he was a fireman. So what happens if that turns out to not be true, which clearly it is not?
More trust issues then.
Yeah. Well, I think, one of the things is about the show, the theme is motherhood and parenthood and fatherhood, and that's not an easy thing.
But then how does Henry react when he now has two parents, two mothers almost, who he can't trust? He's got trust issues. How does that affect?
Well, I'll tell you what affects is Archie, because I guess will be more business.
He's going to be buying a boat.
Yeah, exactly. He's Jiminy Cricket's like, I'm rich, I'm out of here.
Jacking up the rates.
Yeah.
You guys, one of the main differences between fairy tales and what you guys are doing is in fairy tales, the evil are just evil. There's no reason.
Yeah.
You guys provide motives. And I wondered, where did you what was your process for figuring out what motivates these characters?
Well, because as writers, what's interesting for us to explore is complexity, and it's what we've always said is like the greatest mysteries to us are character mysteries. So why is someone evil? And that kind of led to this notion in season 1 of evil isn't born, it's made. And we really wanted to see if we could understand these characters, why they do what they do, and then communicate that to an audience.
It goes right to, on the pilot, we were sitting there on the set, and Lana was saying the line, enjoy this happy, happy day. And we were talking about it, she said, why am I saying it this way? And we said, well, because Snow is, in your mind, taking everything you've ever wanted. And we already knew that Snow was the responsible for the death of her fiance. And so this is what she was supposed to have. So that's where that anger came from. And when Lana understood, when we sat down and we talked about the characters, and you go back and rewatch the pilot, she's playing that, even though we don't tell you that for 18 episodes. And so for us, that allowed her to bring a real sense of pain to the character, and not just a mustache-twirling, villain.
Does that mean there is no real evil?
Well, that's interesting. That's a super interesting philosophical question, which is...
Let's limit it to your show.
No, but I think it's interesting. I think there is really evil. But I think that why do people perpetrate evil? Why do they do the things they do?
Yeah, and also, I think, of course, there's just pure evil in the world, and there's just people that... But as storytellers, we are much more interested in telling stories about tortured people who make bad choices than we are of just evil people being evil. But, you know what? Maybe we'll find someone that's just evil and they're fun, and then we'll kill them.
Is Rumpelstiltskin still going to be looking for his son?
Well, I mean, for me, he's certainly gone through a lot of machinations to get here, so I think the biggest regret in his life is that, and I think that was the moment where, in a weird way, he lost his heart.
Do we know his son?
That's an excellent question. We know him.
Do the audience, have we seen him yet?
Maybe.
You might have, you might not have, I don't know.
We don't want
We'll have to see.
With Captain Hook being introduced, are we going to see Peter and Wendy?
We are definitely excited to explore that, and I think that we're going to see probably Captain Hook first, and eventually we'd love to do Tinkerbell.
What about the Mad Hatter?
Well, the Mad Hatter, will he be back?
Yeah.
Oh, he will be back.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.